So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we're going to start our ongoing meditation session now. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes, please, and focus your mind to this bell sound. So, while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we try to help you and give some informations to practice yourself. Because when it comes to meditation, you just cannot follow, or you cannot just keep believing the whatever the informations, or you cannot keep collecting and gathering techniques. It is mostly you have to develop a self experience through the practice. Just we can help you with the guidelines, and you are your own master and you are your own students. So then when it comes to your practice, always remember, very clearly understand what you have to do when it comes to this meditation practice. So mainly our purpose is developing the wisdom within our own mind. For that, you have to use your own mental capability or the strength. And you cannot wait, or you cannot look, or you're not trying to find something beyond your mind. Even though there are many other energies around the world, around us, around this universe, when it comes to wisdom, that anything cannot help you. Even though there are many other living beings in this universe, when it comes to wisdom, it always comes out of your development of your own mind. That is the Buddha's teaching. So that is what we practice. So then when it comes to meditation, in the beginning, we start with the posture. So then now you know you are your own master, you are your own student, disciple. So then you have to be honest to yourself. You cannot cheat. You cannot look for shortcuts. And you cannot look for misunderstanding, or you cannot misguide yourself. So then when it comes to the posture, it is not a rocket science. It is very simple. You have to keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line. And don't depend on too much comfort. It is okay, a little bit you feel uncomfortable in the beginning. But your purpose is not look for the comfortable posture. Your purpose is developing the wisdom inside you. You're trying to recognize, you uncover, trying to clean up yourself. So when it comes to that, one of the hindrances is our own comfort. So then remember, when you come to meditation, that doesn't mean you're going to do kind of like a military practice, Navy SEAL practice. No, but you cannot be too comfortable. You cannot look for too luxurious comfort for your body. So then in the beginning, come to the posture and be devoted to the posture. Be a follower of the posture and be surrendered to the posture. Don't try to, to surrender the posture to the way you want. No, you become more humble and get into the posture. That is where your posture become more helpful for your practice. Otherwise, that you resist and you develop kind of like a self-centered mind. So once you know to keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, there is a purpose for that. It is not because of I say it. It is not because of that it should be like that way for meditation. No, the very reason our purpose is recognize the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. So then remember, that's why you come to the posture. So that's why when it comes to this all, it start with the cause and effect. This everywhere, that is our life. That is what we experience. So cause and effect, then that according to the way you hold your posture, your primary mental object can change. So then when you want to get into the very clear recognition of the primary mental object, then use the posture for that. Other than that, there's nothing. Because you keep your back straight, that doesn't mean you're going to get another wisdom. No, because we do it to get into the right post, the primary mental object. So once you get into the object, that means the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, not the inhalation or exhalation. It is nothing to do. You don't look for inhalation or exhalation. You have to look for the sensation. So through the sensation, you have to recognize it is an inhalation or exhalation. So that is a very sharp point. You have to understand the difference. So don't look for the inhalation or exhalation. Try to find the sensation. Once you find the sensation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation through the sensation. And once you settle down with that, again, and maybe mind will go here and there, maybe for a second you stay there, then the mind will go here. It is okay. Another thing is when the mind go here and there, don't question. Don't try to struggle with your mind. And don't argue. Don't try to find any logical reasons why the mind go here and there, because that is the very nature of the mind. So then what you have to do, find again the primary mental object, be there. Again and again be there. It doesn't matter wherever go, you come back. That is what practice. And that recognition itself develop your mindfulness or the sati, awareness. So then little by little you will see your mind will settle down with the primary mental object and the duration going to be longer, little by little. And then bring more effort to see the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation through the sensation, not by visualizing, dreaming, thinking about it. And then little by little, you can see the depth and the length of the inhalation, exhalation. So this all related to tranquility meditation. So the tranquility meditation always depend on informations. Remember that this all informations, this all It's kind of like a comparison, and this all come out of the experience and comparing, and the in between this all you have informations. This is the very nature of the conventional meditation, the tranquility meditation. And that's why it called chitta bhavana, because it based with the mind based with the experience. And the experience, that's mean that the collective nature of information. And then we go to vipassana level. When it go to vipassana level, as I mentioned, you became your master and you are your own disciple or the students or the follower. Now, what happens? When it go to vipassana level, in the vipassana, mainly we observe impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness. So whatever the sensation arise, if you stay with the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, you recognize how it change moment by moment. And maybe that there is a stronger sensation can come. So as example, you sitting, suddenly there is a sensation arise in your body, your lower back area, your legs. Then without changing, just you observe that. And you don't even take it as a comfort or discomfort. You recognize it as a sensation, and then you observe that sensation and recognize the change. And maybe then suddenly sound come, and then you observe the change. So like that, whatever the sensation arise, whatever information come, don't look for other names or other kind of like uh, don't try to get into the names, don't categorize it. As example, if you put if you get 2 drops of waters together and put it to one place, this all 2 drops become 1 drop. Again, you take 2 drops of water to your hand, and then, or maybe you bring this one hand to other and you drop this drop to other drop top of that, or maybe you put it to the table, or maybe you put it to the cup, then it become one single drop of water. You take a drop of water and you drop into the ocean, and then that drop of water is going to be there. It's not going to disappear, but it get out of the name. And when it get out of the name, it become more powerful, stronger. So in the vipassana, in the very beginning, remember, release your mind from this all the names and the forms that you hold as who you are, or whatever you do, even regarding the I am practicing meditation, because that also become a kind of like a hindrance. So, and you look for something, that also become a hindrance. And you have to be completely free. It's kind of like a drop of water get into the ocean. So you completely 100% tune to the sensation and recognize the change, be with the change. And whatever happened, don't try to put a name or form, or don't try to recognize it through your awareness as something. Just get into the change and follow the change. And then you will see that moment by moment, that whatever the experience come to you, it becomes same. There is no different. It's become same, and in that same frequency, and completely that the whatever the current that you go through, the jumping, you're a deeper, it's deeply, it's a very subtle, that the behavior we have, because our consciousness follow eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and it always, it's like moving. It's always like jumping here and there. But once you come to tune to the change, what will happen? If it is go like this, up and down, it is start to come to a point. Why? Because whatever come to your eye, you see the change. Whatever you come to your ear, you see the change. Whatever come to your nose, you get the change. Whatever come to your tongue, you get the change. Whatever come to your body, you get the change. Whatever come to your mind, you get the change. You are in change. So once it come to that, what will happen? You get into the flow. In that flow, there is no collective nature. And there is no that kind of like a experience. It's like, because there is no subject and object. Just what I'm trying to give some information while you practice, because that information will help you to release yourself. Otherwise you will hold always to yourself and to experience something. The subject is there and you always look for an object. So when it comes to the vipassana, there is no subject or object. So then the deeper level, and just try to be with the sensation. Be with the sensation and look for the change and tune to the change. When you deeply tune to the change, that you will see that whatever the things arising, existing, disappearing, arising, existing, disappearing, that arising is not something related to your past, or there is no connection. Arising, as example, sound come, then it change, and then suddenly you feel the pain. There is then there is no connection from the sound to the pain, and then you recognize that it changed, and then suddenly thought come, and that thought, it's maybe 10 years back something happened and then suddenly came. See, these three things, these three experience doesn't have the connection. But in day-to-day life, when we think, this is the difference with the vipassana and the conventional thinking. So this is a deeper level of vipassana experience. Each and every thought separately arising, and that arising itself disappearing in that very moment. That is the vipassana. That is the Theravada vipassana. There is no interconnection in between your experience. But in the conventional world, we develop a kind of like a connection. That is what called existence. But the depth of the existence, there is nothing. This existence that we believe is a kind of like a illusion, as example. So you think about you watching news, and while you watching news, and maybe you see that there is a news, some gangsters rob a house, and now you keep watching the news, and then suddenly somebody knock your door, and that what you watching, and sometimes create a thought, who is this time, who is this? But that you watching through your eyes, and that there's it that it is on TV, it is there, and that whatever that somebody knocking the door, it is some completely there's no connection. But in your mind, and you may can get a connection, maybe there is a robber. That is the existence. So always we keep connecting each and every experience together. It's kind of like a flux network. That is what doing by mind. It is not really happening there. It is the deeply doing by mind. But in the deeper, what is happening? Each and every thought rising independently, existing independently itself, in that very moment it disappears. If you able to experience that, that is the moment you liberate and you recognize there is no such a connection, because the conventional life that you are happening in this conventional life, you think like that way, and because of that you experience it. And that is why your mind think like that way, and that's why you experience it. Mind has that power. And maybe you may be reading a book about, or maybe you looking the album, and your relatives and family members, and then you start to think about, then suddenly maybe somebody call your family member, and then you think, oh, I was thinking, then suddenly they call, then you think it is a connection. You believe that believing bring the connection, but deeply, no. There is no such a thing in your mind. It independently arising, independently disappear. And it disappear, it arising completely new when it come to one thought. Remember, when it come to one thought, it completely new and independent, 100%. There is nothing get help from your previous thought. And it disappear itself 100%. There is nothing going to left when it come to one single thought. So it happens so fast. It's like this time, 16 to 21 or 22 times it happening. So when you slow down little by little, when you catch the sensation, when you catch the change, then you can experience it, because it is not a magic. You can experience it. Your mind is so strong than that. And sometimes people think, oh, like this time, how we can get into that much quicker speed, and how we can get in understand that. No, because we are so attached to information, and because of that, what happened, your power of your mind reduce. So now what we does, we get out of information and allow mind to be there. When you able to allow your mind to completely be free from all the information, your mind become faster than the light. Your mind is become stronger than the sound. So that's why you can tackle it, you can get there. So that is what the we practice through the vipassana. So that's why, remember, don't get into information. Don't try to categorize just deeply to go to the bottom. That's mean the the change, and stay with the change. So let's practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left, and neck straight in one line. And bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times, please. And say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please, and find the sensation. Just allow your body to settle down and keep focus to the sensation. Allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. And when the inhalation happens, recognize this is inhalation. When the exhalation happens, this is recognize this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Be aware of yourself and look time to time how your posture and your primary mental object. That's mean the sensation of inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose or upper lip area. Don't react to anything. Just learn to observe. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation exhalation, knowingly this is the beginning, the middle, the end of the inhalation or exhalation. Be aware about the length and the depth of the each and every inhalation or exhalation. Just keep focus to the change. Don't look any other details. So whatever come to your body, your whole body as one, and recognize the change. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, there was a young person thought to go to another city, and he desired to sell everything and move to that city and live there. So what happened? He settled down everything and just got out of the property and lived to new place. On the way to the city, and before he entered to the city, there was a temple, and he thought, oh, it is better first go to temple and visit before I go to the village. He went to the temple and there was a monk. He bowed to the monk and told, I am a newcomer and I just came to temple and get the blessings before I go to the village. And by the way, Venerable Sir, how is the people in the village? So then the monk asked, so how was the people that the village you used to live? And then this newcomer, this young boy told, oh, there in that city people so bad and everywhere thieves and don't respect each other, don't care each other and always fighting. Then the monk told, oh, this village also the same. Then the newcomer was little bit disappointed. And at the same time, what happened? Another newcomer came to temple and came to the village, and he also thought the same like the previous newcomer. And he thought, I want to go to temple and get the blessing before I go to the village. And he also came. Now the other guy wait and sitting there, and he came and bowed to the monk and told the same kind of a story and asked, Venerable Sir, how is the people in the village? And the monk asked the same question, how the people that your village you used to live? And he told, oh, very nice people. respect each other, take care of each other. And we always used to be kind of like friends and family members. And so the monk told, here also the same. Here also the people very respectful, take care of each other. And then the other guy was looking at that and told, how come that you told me that the people are like that? And for him, that you tell completely the other side of the story. And the monk told, it's nothing to do with the people. The way you look at the world, you're going to experience. So then remember, whatever you see in the world within your own heart, you will experience it. Wherever you go, you're not going to experience something different. So then always have the learn to see the hope, good, the love in others. And wherever you go, you will experience that. But if you always see the nasty, greedy, horrible qualities in others, remember, wherever you go, even maybe you change the office, you change your neighborhood, and maybe you change your city, your state, maybe you change your country, but still you're going to experience the same. So then when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, you cannot find any good place in the outside beyond your heart, but there is a very beautiful place that you can make yourself and create your heart like a beautiful garden with all the good qualities and all the love, the compassion. Forget about others, the name or the positions or the people, because it just a disturb. That's it. The world never going to change the way you want. You already experienced that. World going to be the same, but it is your choice. The way you're going to see, if you able to change that anytime, anywhere, with any person, you will experience the beauty. So then remember yourself from today. Never look others with any bad or any negative thoughts. Always have the compassion, loving kindness, and always have the love, and always have the good thoughts regarding others. And you will see, you will experience. It is so powerful. You will experience that. Then you're going to see the beauty, the love, the compassion, not only by the humans, even through the animals, you will experience it. Even through the winds, even through the rain, even through the sun, even in the dark night, with the little stars, you will experience that. That is where we stand. That is what we practice. So then bring it to your life and nourish your heart with that kind of practice. And then you will see that is going to be your dharma. So with that, when it comes to life, that we always look for the comfort and the luxury. There's nothing wrong with that. Day by day, from our ancestors to today, generations to generations, that our comfort became so bigger. And all these luxurious things becoming more famous. And people so into that. So this luxurious, And this comfort is bringing us good feelings. And when it comes to that human life, in the ancient time, people used to be more smarter than today. If you know the human history that you see, and we are not capable even to recognize how they did things, how they built things, how they survived through situations. Look at the Texas nowadays. We have the heating, the electricity. We thought like that. We thought, oh, we have all the facilities like that. But look at what happening. And people lose the wisdom to survive. But in the ancient time, people didn't have gas, people didn't have electricity, and but sometimes that how they survived. That we don't have that wisdom, we lose it. Why? Because the comfort kill your wisdom. That's the bottom line. Remember that. The comfort kill your wisdom, kill your awareness. So then in the human life, for as parents, you like to bring the comfort to your children, and at the same time you look, they will be better than you. They're not going to be. They always become lower than you. If you look at the human history, and even in today, and that whoever became more successful even in this conventional life, and they had very lack of comfort in the beginning, that became one reason that they became successful. Why? Because when you get out of the comfort, when you become lack of luxury, your awareness become active. It's activate. So then always remember, it's nothing wrong that having the comfort. It is nothing wrong having better than yesterday. It is nothing wrong that you have the luxurious things around you. But always you have to remember, don't allow it to kill your skills. How then you can get out of this? While you having, because we cannot get out of this. It's became a part of the world. And day by day, people look for the comfort. And they look for this physical satisfaction. So then how you can get out of that? And how you can having this all the comfort and having this all the luxury around us, how you can develop your skills? Because when it come to life, that whatever the luxurious things that you have, end of the day, it's not going to work. Whatever the comfort you have, end of the day, it's not going to help for you. It is okay that you have it, but when it comes to the reality, there's nothing can help you. So then how you can build up the skills? Because that wherever you go as a human being, day by day, if you develop your skills, that the skills going to bring the best out of you. That, and out of that all, the best thing, the skills are the bring the satisfaction, not the comfort. But we think in the day-to-day life, oh, the comfort will bring us the satisfaction. No. Look at the Michael Jackson. Look at the Elvis Presley. And look at this, all the famous people. Marilyn Monroe. And they had the comfort. But that doesn't mean they're going to be happy inside that. And as you know, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, their house now, they're separating. The one house is 2 billion. but still they couldn't handle their personal life. Just imagine yourself, even tomorrow, even your children get into that kind of position. What will happen? They will file the divorce. See, why people go to that? You have to look. It is not a ancient. That's the spiritual book. That is what happening around us. That is the reality. So before we go into the dharma, you have to understand the reality that around you, what is happening. You have to recognize this conventional truth. And when you become very clear with this conventional truth, you're going to accept it as the life. Otherwise, if you don't see it very clearly, you always look for spiritual practice, you will never find what is this spirituality means. So then you start to look around. So that is the very first step, the comfort, luxury, you drop and you do start to develop the skills. Even though they around it, you start it. How? Start to look around. Like the Prince Siddhartha, look, he had a very luxurious life. That I giving one ancient, that how according to today, that how it related to the dharma. Look at the Prince Siddhartha. He had a very luxurious life. You cannot imagine. He had everything. And at that time, incapable to, and as a human being in that time, he capable to get whatever he want for his satisfaction. But what happened? He start to see the outside. And that opened his mind. So then yourself, you have to look the outside. It will open your mind. It happened all the time to human beings. That's why when it comes to even the dharma, this one flower can give you the wisdom regarding this entire universe. That's why when we offer the flower, this one incense, can give the wisdom regarding this entire universe. One glass of water can teach you regarding this entire universe. But still, even though we deal with this everything every day, we see this everything every day, we don't look. To look, you have to have the intention. So then in day-to-day life, just start to see and see what it is. So the very first step, having the comfort, having the luxurious around you, to get out of it, start to look. Self-awareness. Self-awareness, yourself. You cannot follow the information, whatever the other people say. You have to think. That is the missing point. Children go to school, from preschool, they start to listen to teachers, professors, and they follow the lectures, read the books, even that somebody else, books and ideas and the culture, tradition. But we lose that self-awareness. That means ourselves we don't think. We learn, we just follow the informations. But the skills develop when you start to think yourself. But mostly we are addicted and we caught up in this following pattern. And as you know, darkness and the night has a different. So you say good night. You don't say good dark. But in the night, it has a darkness. But it is different. So when there is no light, even in daytime, you can experience the darkness. So in when you say good night, even that even it is a dark, even there is no light, it can be good. But the darkness, it cannot be good. So then remember that in day-to-day life, when it come to mind, that if you develop the skills in anywhere, that in any situation, you can make it good. It's like the night can make it good. Even everybody gather, you do party, gathering, family, husband, wife, children sit together having dinner. It make you good watching TV, movie, or it's make you good. You're in behavior. But when it come to dark, you cannot do that. Darkness has a total different quality. So the comfort is like darkness. Out of the comfort, you cannot get something good. Remember that. Out of darkness, it always make you fearful, afraid to lose, can hold it to something. It develop the dependent nature. It's not allow you to free. But when you develop the skills, that heart, that mind, that life has power wherever, even it is dark environment, you can make it a good night. So how you go step by step then? In the very first thing, the self-awareness. So then remember yourself, that whatever that you learn, whatever you teach to others, make them free to understand themselves. Don't tell. That is kind of like this, exactly this vipassana. That's why in the vipassana, we cannot tell you, do this. No, only thing we can tell, be free. That is where the vipassana begins. So that is where you start to experience yourself. That is where self-awareness start. Because when you become free, you're not going to make mistakes. Remember that. It is a deeper a spiritual statement. When you are free, you don't make mistakes. You make mistakes when you are not free. When you're free, when you free, nothing go wrong. So if you have the fear, things will go wrong. Remember, you are not free. You have to take it very seriously. Maybe you have everything, but when you're going to do something, if you have the fear, remember, you are not free. Look for that. So self-awareness, that's why even though as a husband, wife, children, friends and family, even the school teachers, even sometimes when it comes to spiritual, the monks, priests, they don't give the freedom for others. They give information and tell you have to invisibly, no sound. They like ghost appear and they, you have to think like this. Yeah, that's a, and as a husband, as a wife, maybe you so proud, oh, I'm giving everything. But deeper inside you, you hold, you have to think like this. That's why I am giving this everything. Otherwise, you're not going to get this anything. No, don't do that. Don't be like a cowboy like that way. You are kind of like a cowboy then. Don't teach children. Provide everything, and then it's kind of like an invisible ghost behind them. You tell them, you have to think like this. And sometimes you giving answers and tell them, okay, try to think yourself and find the answer. No, you want the answer. You invisibly you trying to get the answer the way you want. Don't do that. That is why the Buddha is Buddha. That's why that is the beauty of the Buddha, because in the Buddha's teaching, he never played that mental game with anyone. He gave the total freedom. That's the beauty of the Buddha Dharma. I don't know about others, but when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, that's why when you become a follower of the Buddha, you gain that freedom to you. It is big. Remember that. Because you will not become a puppet. And there is no somebody head massaging you. That is where you get the total 100% authority regarding your own destination. It is a risk, but it's worth. In long term, it's worth. So then practice yourself the self-awareness. Whatever the information you get it. But don't lose the self-awareness. Look yourself what this is. There are many sutras. One of the very famous sutra all over the world, most of the educated people or whatever the pre-thinkers appreciate the Kalama Sutta. The Buddha gave total freedom for when it comes to spiritual practice. And your self-awareness, how you understand it, and what you understand through this soul, that is important for you. So then, even though you have luxurious life, very comfort life, remember, once you start to look for that, what will happen? And around you, whatever happening, it is all the perception start to bring you the wisdom. That is where you open. And that once you open it to the very next level, naturally there is an energy come in you. That's what called effort. Then you recognize, hey, this not going to work for me. This comfort not going to work for me. This luxury not going to work for me. That is where the effort comes. So when you tune to the perception, and through the perception, when you recognize that clarity, bring the natural effort. No one can stop you. That's why during Buddha's time, people, very luxurious, they had very luxurious life, millionaires, they give up everything and start to go towards the Buddha. Like Yasa, young person, same age like the Buddha, and he had the same wealth like the Buddha. He had 3 palaces, same like the Prince Siddhartha. But he became monk with his old friends. They used to have parties, had a very fun life, but they give up. And even today, you have no idea, when it comes to all these Eastern countries, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Burma, India, Nepal, so like that, Bhutan, there are a lot of Westerners. And they give up their whole luxurious life and they go. So, and some people understand it and they go. And some people caught up in the luxurious and comfort and they kill themselves. Unfortunately. Because why? Because they didn't get that self-awareness to look around and understand. And they caught up in, then they kill themselves. You know, it's every day. Look at the news. How many times you hear? How many very well famous people, well known people, very successful people kill themselves? Why it happened? You have to think about it, because we are trying to become like that. You have to think why it happened. Where the missing point. So that's why that when you develop the perception, that connection to get the be with the perception and the self, with the self-awareness, the effort come naturally. You start to get out it. And then the very next one is the viveka. So the viveka means that you settle down, calm down, and you're not going to be so rush, so busy. You find your gap, you calm down. That calm now, that will open you deeply. Because when you are busy, look at the most of the life, that the busy life have all the miseries. Busy, 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 busy. And we are busy than the bees. So that it always lead us to make mistakes, disconnection from others, unhappiness, sad, worry, disappointed, and many lot of disease, difficulties. And we try to gain the comfort, and we become so busy, and it's a two-way, and it start to hit back us. One is killing our skills, another one is deeply we disconnecting from the truth. So the third one is the viveka. And once you have the settle down and the comfort and relax, and that will brings you the realization. That once it come to that realization, you become kind of like a flower. You start to open. You start to get connected. You start to feel. So that is a total different kind of experience when it comes to that. And then you become kind of like a perfume bottle. Why? Because the perfume bottle, it always go out and bring the smell to others. It's not going to hold it to itself. It go to others, and others make a smell. It's not going to hold and stuck there. And no time, anytime you press it, come out and give the smell. You become like that. And that is where you feel the joy. Why? Because through you, other people start to find the comfort. You become limitless. You become nameless. You become formless. And through you, other people experience the happiness, satisfaction, joy. So then remember, and you can be like that. So develop yourself rather than caught up in the comfort, and start to develop your skills. And through that skills, you will see in day by day, day by day, day by day, even though you have this all the comfort and luxury, and you're not going to caught up there. Very nature of life is like a movie theater. Why? Because when it start, one by one people enter. Life is like that. You gather things little by little, little by little. But how about when the movie end? Within 5 minutes, everybody try to go out. Same like this, all the comfort and the luxury, you may, collecting many years, try to gather. But it take only one night, everything can disappear. So then remember, don't caught up there. And develop yourself, and develop the skill. Use that all the luxury and comfort, rather than getting caught up there. Use that everything and develop your skills. That when it comes to that skill, the best skill that you can develop is self-awareness. So that will lead you to your liberation. That will lead you to your very success in conventional life, and it will develop your spiritual path, and it will take you to your liberation and finally ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vivajjantu sabrogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kamman asavakkaya vahan hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.